What's going on?
What up? What up? What up?
I don't know why I hit that open like that, but here we are.
Hey, you came in with top energy, man. That's what's up.
You know,
All the way.
I was borderline gonna take a Benadryl earlier. Allergies been kicking my ass today, and so, but I just took a regular allergy pill. So I think I took the allergy pill maybe like an hour after taking the Celsius. So don't really know what happens when those two things mix, but we'll find out.
Hey, well, apparently to the FDA, nothing. But we can talk about that later.
Hey, I'm all in.
Hey, man, yeah, I really do respect the fact that you came in with top energy like that. Like, I really felt it. I felt the energy this time.
I feel like the streets need it sometimes. The streets need it.
Yeah. I appreciate it. You know, it's like you're giving it your all. So
yeah.
I appreciate it. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, what?
Nah, man, it's a good day, man. It's a good Monday. Good weekend. How was your weekend?
It was good. I was up in Baltimore, man. So I just got back. On Sunday. So it was good. You know, business as usual, trying to help kids make a way into college. So
did you eat anything good while you were there? Tell me more.
Seafood. Period. Yeah, lots of seafood.
I'm sorry, guys. That felt real fat by me. He said seafood. My whole attitude changed. Like,
right. The crab cakes, the crab, the fish, shrimp, all of it. And you know, it has that certain quality when you know it's like fresh, like just off of the boat fresh. So I appreciate it. It was dope. It was a good trip. So happy to be back.
Seafood speaks to my heart. Everyone who knows me knows seafood speaks to my heart, man.
Yeah. Is that your special happy place?
I think so. I think seafood does that for me because traditionally when I eat it the most, I'm probably on vacation.
Got it.
And so
it brings you to your happy place.
It brings me to my happy place. So here we are.
That's what's up. I'm trying to think, you know, we're coming up on it. I'm like, Danielle really likes fall, right? She likes fall a lot.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan. I'm mostly like an unsubscribe to fall. Like I'm not, it starts getting colder. It gets darker outside earlier.
All right. Do you like fall that also starts with the season where everybody has birthdays in which you hate everybody's birthday in August? Does that have anything to do with it?
No, not at all. I don't associate that at all. I associate all those birthdays with summer. And it's like, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's to be here before you know it.
Okay.
But it's like the other day I looked outside. I was like, it's 8:00. It's dark outside. A couple weeks ago, it wasn't that dark outside at 8:00. So this is the sign that it's coming, that it's going to change. And then time falls back, and then it feels like by the time you pick up the kids from school, the day is done, and it's dark outside.
I think I enjoy fall. This is not at all what we were supposed to be talking about, which is okay because I'm enjoying this conversation. No. Let's stay here. It's all good. I enjoy the cool weather, right? Like I think for me, fall is the perfect time because it's starts off a little cooler in the day. It gets warmed up, we get cranking, but it crests at like 75 degrees. And
I
then
can
right
see that.
here go, it's like, it's getting a little warm. Boom, you start to hit the downward turn, and now you're back at like 75, or now you're down at 70 and 60. And I'm like, yo, like this is the perfect season. I can wear pants, I can wear shorts, I can wear, so it's like, it's right. It's a right season.
You're not wrong. It's just I don't like it, like I'm like, figure out what you're gonna do, fall. Like you're gonna be cold, you're gonna be hot, especially in Atlanta. Like fall will last, fall weather will straight up last till January, mid-January. And then out of nowhere, it's cold for like 4 weeks. And
do you have the same disdain for spring? And also, real quick before you answer, love where we're at. Guys, feel free, join the conversation. Tell us what your favorite season is. Do you like fall? Do you not?
fall is coming, and this is how we got on this conversation. So the reason I thought about it is because you mentioned allergies, right?
Yep.
So I'm not typically a fan of the allergies in spring, but I like that the weather is heating up, right? Like it's one of my favorite times is like, festival season is about to begin.
That's
It's stuff
y'all
going on, I love it. I really like spring without allergies, right? The best thing about fall to me is the smell of burnt leaves. I don't know why, but that's cool. Shalisha says, not a fan. Prefer summer.
Because she's from Miami.
Hey, she's not wrong though.
I mean,
I agree.
So here's where I am. Every season has something that I enjoy about it. Summers for me are when I take most of my vacations. So I'm like, okay, cool. Vacations mean beach. Beach means fun. Right. Summer is up there on the list. Fall is football. Spring, is you're coming out of winter, so I enjoy the warming of the year. Did I forget one? Winter. If there's one I'd lose, it could be winter.
See, I can deal with winter because it's like it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be cold. I'm in the crib. I'm good. I'm in a house. Leave me alone. I'm good. But I'm also introverted. So it's like this is probably winning season for me to be like, turn on the heat, watch some TV. And here's the other kicker, right? And this is going to sound stupid, but it is true. So being authentic to the show, let me just keep it real. I'm not a big fan of 31 Days of Halloween, all the Halloween movies that come on.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
31 Days of Christmas.
That sucks too.
Not 4 Christmases. Christmas with the Cranks come on.
Yeah,
like these are all great movies that I can get.
I like, for me, I think the struggle that I have is I hate Christmas music. We've talked about
this before. It's pointless. It's pointless. Why are we doing this?
I'm sorry. Don't take me down that rabbit hole.
We won't. We'll avoid it. So anyway, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about fall is approaching.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ.
What is this?
She said
fall and all the pumpkin spice.
Dear God.
And all the fall activities, fair, farm, apples, pumpkins, corn mazes. Yeah, So Danielle brings this up. Unfortunately, I got to call my wife out here. I love her to death, but
you're about to say she likes pumpkin pie, not sweet potato pie.
No, I wasn't gonna say that at all. Okay. If anything, I would jump on the corn maze thing because I ain't doing no corn maze, dog. Like, let's keep it real. Point 2, boot season. Danielle's heard me talk about boot season.
We've done a whole show about boot season.
Boot season is like Jedi training season because that's when every female dresses like a Jedi, and it's like, and they've never watched Star Wars, and it's like, how don't you know that you're dressed like a Jedi with those boots on? It's like boots. Is it a brown boot season? Is it black boot season? Is it blue boot? No one knows. I don't know. I don't know where these things are posted. But yes, no. Everyone is dressed like a Jedi. Everyone. If I could pull up a Jedi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the way most people dress, that's what they look like to me. They look exactly the same.
I got you. Hold on. Since we're talking about it.
You got me.
I got your back.
I'm just saying, that's what boot season equates to me. Yes, everybody dresses like that. They have on those type of boots, some type of thing, and a belt outside the shirt or the sweater thing. And it's like, you're dressed like a Jedi. That's what's going on. You're fighting the Force. So, yes, that is a thing. I agree. It is boot season.
But what I do find hilarious is that every woman, regardless of body size, type, that's the look. Like that's the look during boot season right there. Don't matter the color. It doesn't matter if it's black or indigenous. That's boot season.
Now I did ask Danielle because we were in the store the other day in the mall, and I said, is it a trench coat year? Because that was hot for a second. Trench coats were hot. Everybody had a trench coat. And I haven't seen it come back. But it was fire. I really like those trench coats. I would like to see it be trench coat season.
Global warming has, like, I can't justify having nobody out here, with the full trench. It's just too much.
But that or pea coats, one of those things are coming back this year. I don't know.
The pea coat is a fire look. I will say, hold on. I will say the pea coat is a look.
The pea coat, the trench coat, some coming back. We just got to be ready for it, Cropped trench coat. I don't know. I don't know. That's like a short trench coat.
I don't even know what that is.
That's like a medical student trench coat. That's like a medical student trench coat. It's like short, it's not long,
Okay, well, that's a look though. It's a vibe.
Let's see.
Hold on.
This is usually up on these things,
No, hold on. I got a good one pulled up. It's on Shein though. We can't pull something up for Shein. I don't want to mess up my algorithm. Here we go. This is at Nordstrom. I'm okay with Nordstrom in my algorithm.
Let's see what this looks like. Cropped trench coat, folks.
This is not what we were. Boom.
Wait. No.
You don't like the crop trench? Hold on.
Wait, what? That trench coat ain't trenching nothing.
I think it's supposed to be short, right? Like it's cropped.
It looks like a little motorcycle jacket.
Hold on. Let me look for more. Hold on. Here we go. I'm just gonna get. I did the full on search, so y'all could don't shoot the messenger, shoot the internet, not me.
What?
So, hey, all I did, I searched crop trench coat.
That looks like something out of steampunk or something. Like I imagine.
I mean,
for some reason, I imagine somebody with a top hat about to fight in one of those. Danielle says it's cute. Maybe I'm tripping.
I mean, I can see the versatility of the crop trench because you can rock it with a tee. They could wear it with if they did. So he go the whole fit, right? You got the crop trench with the white graphic tee.
No,
some tight jeans, and then they brown boots that they wear to come up to like the calf. Like that's the whole look. I guarantee you. That some women tell me if I'm lying. You got the crop trench with the white graphic tee, right? That says something, on the chest. It's for Black people anyway. Something boom, impactful, maybe inspirational quotey. If you want to go inspirational quote tee. Black is beautiful. My black is whatever, right? and then you go with the dark denim jeans because it's cold out, and then you could probably rock the brown boot up to the knee.
No.
I'm telling you, that's the look.
No.
I might have the denim color off. I don't know if you go dark denim or light denim, but I guarantee you that's the look.
Unsubscribe. Just get a trench coat. Just get a trench
if you're
coat.
5'9".
Yeah, I can totally see that. If you're tall, it's like that trench coat covers like what? Right here?
I don't know if it's the height. See, sometimes my wife, she'll talk about like some people are short, but they may have like my wife is average height, but she says, "Oh, I got a short torso." So I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming you can still rock a trench, the mini trench, if you have a longer torso, maybe.
Yeah, nah. All right.
I'm telling you, I guarantee Danielle is getting a crop trench. She has probably got dual screens up right now because she is shopping for a short trench while she's watching us. I'm willing to bet right now she does.
All right, y'all know.
It is my wife. She's right here. She said the long jacket makes her look short. That's why she's not gonna rock no full trench and no peacoat.
I'm just telling you right now, y'all. They said it's an El Nino winter. I mean, everybody about to be out here cold as hell. You're gonna be out here freezing.
Hey, so my homie used to say it's fashion before function. And so if you out here looking short, if you look like Oompa Loompa when you rock a long trench, you can't rock a long trench regardless of the weather. Like you gotta at least be fashionable, even if it's cold.
No, I don't know, man.
I think I'm right. It ain't really. I don't think we got any men in the comment section. It's all women. Women, please tell me. I think I'm right. It's fashion before function, and I do think you could go with the short trench with the sneakers, with a Fire Air Max.
Unsubscribe.
See, here we go. We're here. Boom.
No.
Already. See. Boom. It's right here.
No.
I told you, fam. No. I told you. Don't
do that. Please don't do that, y'all.
I told you. No, it's too late. Now I'm about to complete the fit. I'm about to find y'all 5 pair Air Maxes to rock with it.
Nope.
I'm completing the fit for you guys. Give me 2 minutes.
Jeff is looking at how to style people with a crop jacket.
Hold on, let me tell you something. It's one thing your boy know now. I can style people fire, like impeccable styling. Can't style myself worth a damn. I can style somebody else though.
Now, a bomber jacket, I can understand. I think my main beef is the crop trench coat. I don't really get, but the crop bomber, I get that. That's like a jacket.
Boom! There go your wife. Gotcha.
Why are we giving?
Hold on, Dan. Give me some time. You need something to go with your her peak.
No, ask her if she gonna wear something like that to dinner in black. That's the question.
I need to know what color her trench is so that I can adequately style.
It doesn't exist.
And then here goes my wife. She just copped the bomber.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, my wife would wear if it's a brown bomber. I guarantee you should buy her Air Max.
A bomber jacket is different though. Like a bomber jacket is always fashionable to me. But that's me. You know what I mean?
So
I'm really surprised. Those leather jackets. I'm surprised Averex hasn't come back out.
I need Danielle to tell me what color her jacket is, so that I can find her a nice pair of shoes.
Don't do that. Don't give her a platform to do this. Don't do this. We're okay. We're okay.
Because I also feel like, now that we, a lot of times we go with these muted colors, but I feel like we could go with something a little bit more festive is not the right word, but I'm not saying we pop the color, but I do think we can have something nice. Boom. I think I got it.
I mean, I would totally rock a bomber jacket. Crop jacket, nah.
I think I got you. Here you go. Boom. Where's it at? Bow. Here we go. That's what I would style with you.
She don't want it. She gonna want something. She gonna look for these all white sneakers.
No. See, here we go. If she got the tan bomber, right? If she got the tan jacket, the tan half crop trench, we bring in that tan right here. Got a little bit of blue, pop in the pink, very subtle, and then it's a versatile shoe because the swoosh is black. Boom. So you could either wear it with tan, or you could go different direction because you got the black swoosh. I'm telling you, I know what I know.
Pause. Candace said she got she looking at an ivory colored bomber jacket. Is that an ivory colored other joint or the crop trench coat? I want to know. And Tia, I agree with you. Bomber jackets are fire. They're always good.
No one said that bomber jackets aren't. I'm saying also I probably wouldn't wear one because I can't
bomber jacket.
I can't drive in it because I'm too big. And so I don't typically wear jackets because I can't drive in them because I'm too big and they don't move well. And then it's like, all right, cool. If I'm going out to dinner, I'm not going to put it in the back seat and then put it on for 5 seconds just to walk into a restaurant. So it's like, I traditionally don't wear bigger jackets. I'll wear something a little bit more form-fitting so that I don't have to take it on and off.
See, I would get a navy blue trench coat, a black or green bomber jacket. And the question I've been trying to figure out is whether I'm going to replace my military style boots or if I'm going to get some Timbs this year. Have no idea.
I think you should go Old Faithful. Go get you a pair of Butters and rock your old pair of Timbs.
I really want Timbs again, but then I think about it. It's like you wear them all twice, right? And it's like, where am I going? Right.
And now my wife will also tell you I have a thing for jackets, but all of my jackets fit kind of a mold, and they're all lightweight, and it's something that if I can't drive in it, I don't want it because I'm not taking on and off a coat. Once it's on until I get to my destination, and then once I get inside, I'll take it off.
Well, the only other jacket that I would say, because I mean, if to know me is to know I rock a North Face, I'll be good with a North Face. But then there's the Tri-Climate North Face that's got like the 3 joints, and I'll rock that too.
When am I ever gonna need that?
You might need it this year, though. It's supposed to be bad this year.
Fan, how long are you spending outside?
With kids dropping off, pick up, and all that stuff.
I don't get out the car for that.
I don't know.
Right? Remote start the car, walk my happy ass right out.
Hey, Danielle is not wrong. Knowing my winter weather's actually really probably going to be like is a nice solid series of Nike fleece joggers.
So Danielle, I feel like this is why you started the date night series so that you could wear all of these clothes. So I feel like you got boom. I
do another one.
I feel like she got to do another one, and at that one we need the jacket.
We need the jackets.
We need the crop trench.
Jackets and boots would
Maybe
be the name.
That's the theme. Maybe you can theme this one, Danielle. Everybody rocks their favorite jacket. Boom, boom, bam. Here we go.
So can we actually can we get back on topic? Because I know I derailed this. I'm sorry.
Hey, you had a 25-minute derail. I want to point this out.
I'm sorry, man. And we started the show and I said, we're going to stay on task today. And then I immediately was like, torpedo.
No, I mean I'm cool because the engagement was fire. We cornered your wife into planning another date and dine with the jacket with the jacket theme. So I think it's all good.
So before we move off of this, if I could make a recommendation for anything, now that we finally have air conditioning in the house again, if we were going to do something, we should probably do our own version of like a chomp and stomp type of festival where people just get together and bring like food. Everyone brings food, and then we do something in the backyard or
That sounds like a potluck.
huh?
That sounds like a potluck.
It is a potluck. What's wrong with a potluck?
Who invited?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I never really think
It ain't
about
no
it.
we fitting. Once you introduce the potluck, it ain't no we figuring it out no more.
No,
It's,
not like chili cook-off, Danielle. I don't eat chili, but other people eat chili.
I love chili.
I mean,
No, my wife will tell you. That's one of the best parts about fall and winter for us is I make a mean pot of chili. Mean pot of chili.
well, what I'm saying is we could get people together. We could open up the tent again if it's not raining because it's not crazy hot outside. Might not have to worry about mud in the backyard, and then just get together and congregate or something. I don't know, but I ain't trying to make it crazy intensive for everyone. I just want people to come together. So whatever leads to that. So go from there.
Sounds real potlucky.
I don't have a problem with it being a potluck as long as people bring good food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I understand. My wife,
So it sounds like we're doing a date and dine because your wife ain't letting no people in her house.
right? But I just want to be clear. You sharing that, she said it. I didn't say it. You heard that, right?
She put it out there.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
And that's what I'm saying. She wants to wear all the clothes that she bought outside. And Danielle, I feel like you should wear your crop trench outside. You have it. You should.
I'm gonna be honest. There's some Nike fleeces that I would love to wear outside of the house. And just be like, I'm comfortable. That makes sense to me.
Where
So
makes you comfortable, Karen?
hey, but no, getting back on topic.
Well, pause.
We still not getting no topic.
I know. I'm done. I'm getting back. I'm getting close. The problem with that statement that I just made is you also have to match your wife's energy, and so you can't roll up.
I don't.
She can't be fired, and then you roll up in sweatpants.
She can. She definitely can.
Carries function over fashion.
She knows my heart. She knows I could be fashionable. I also am not that good at it.
My preference today is always give me some sweatpants and some tights or some shorts and some compression shorts. That's my preference. Right. I will traditionally match my wife's energy if we're going outside. Like
we were just talking about this about work love languages and stuff like this, right? Where
I don't have a work love language. Just leave me alone. My job.
They had a work love language in the conversation. What I was saying is, I like somebody was like, "Oh, you want to be the CEO?" No, I don't want to be that close to any spotlight. I want to be spotlight adjacent, and my wife can shine brightest. I can be off to the side, and I'd be fine with that the whole time. I don't even know. I don't know. I want to be a spotlight adjacent. I want to be the person that's like.
No, with Candace and I will always. It really depends if what we're doing, where we're going. Like we did a casual date night the other day. I was probably a little bit more casual. But if we're gonna get, was that casual? Yeah, I think I was pretty casual. No, I was all right. I was fashionably younger, I guess. But if she gonna step out, then your boy ain't gonna not step out now. Like,
so yeah. I will say every now and then, probably like twice a year, there's what I call flex-a-getting, right? Flex-a-getting. It's like Armageddon, but it's flexing time, right? And it's when the tools come out. It's like you wake up in the morning, you know you're going to go somewhere, and what hits you as soon as you wake up? Flex, right?
So for
and you
us,
and you look at the drawer, and you're like, the watches that I have that I never wear, I'm putting up the Apple Watch. I'm busting out the real watch. The clothes that I never wear, I'm gonna wear. And they might not, I might only wear it for like 40 minutes, 35, 45 minutes or something. But it's flexigeddon. That's what that's called to me.
I think for me, I'm at the spot, man, in my life where I'm also trying to find my style again, right? So, I've gone through many iterations of what my style has been. And so now I'm at another point where it's like, all right, cool. I'll be 40. I still want to be fashionable, but I'm not going to be out here looking 20, right? So,
Right.
like, where do you shop so that I can not necessarily look 40, right? But I also don't want to run around here, looking old, right? I'm not wearing pleated plant. I'm not running around here wearing pleated
Ah,
plants. So it's like, how do where's my style? What's comfortable? So that's where I am now. I'll figure it out. I got a couple things in the couple things in the closet that I enjoy, but I'm also cheap as hell. So it's also like, fuck.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I have 2 watches that I've been around people that are flexing on watches, and I'm like, I got a watch like that, but it's in a drawer, still in the wrapping, balanced and everything, and I never wear it. I never wear it. Danielle will see me put these things on and be like this. I don't have the flex energy today. I'm gonna go back to that Apple Watch today.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm good with that. It's functional, right?
I also don't like the weight of watches anymore. So it's like me and the Apple Watch were cool because it don't weigh anything. I'm good.
We good. We good. You know what I'm saying? But every now and then the energy comes, and that's when it's like you gotta flex. It's a little bit of a flex. And it's not for them, it's mostly for you. But it's just the like sometimes people will say you got to do these things to feel human again. And it's like you got to remember that you do have the ability to be that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
So, but hey, we were seriously trying to talk about. You told me this wild story. I'm still my head is like still trying to understand.
Yeah, all right. I know what you're talking about. So I was scrolling through social media, maybe today, yesterday, I don't remember. Ricky Smiley posted it. It said, and OJ said that he avoids the Los Angeles area because he feels like he may be sitting to whoever did it.
He might be sitting next to whoever did it.
Whoever did it.
O.J. Simpson, OJ Simpson said he's not going to LA.
He avoids going out in LA.
He avoids going out in LA because he could be sitting next to whoever murdered his ex-wife. Dude, if that ain't some mind fuckery going on there, that is some crazy ass shit right there.
So I saw it.
Your boy looks in the mirror and be like, did you murder them? No, you didn't. Not today. They didn't catch you. You ever seen The Jinx on HBO? When the dude started talking to himself, he's like, why'd you have to murder them? Because they were talking about who? Talking about you. That's right. You had to murder them all, right? For OJ to have this perspective is wild. That is like, that's wild, bro. Like that's.
And so I saw it and I said, I've got to share this with Carrie. I had no thoughts. I saw it. I screenshot it. And I said,
my man said, I avoid going. No more parties in LA. No more parties in LA because I could be sitting next to the person
who did
murdered them.
He
That
said,
means he imagines everywhere he goes out, there being a mirror. Right? Because that's some crazy stuff. Do you think there are that many mirrors in LA? That's wild, man.
it's LA, so it might be that many mirrors. I mean, I toiled with not even sharing it with you and literally hitting you with it on the show
I
just to
love
get
it.
an honest reaction because I saw it and I was like, that's wild as hell. And I can't wait to share this with Carrie. It was that big. It was that big, that funny of a post. I was like, I got it. I got to know what he thinks.
That's like I feel like you know what I mean? Like if I went to work, right? It was like I avoid going into the office because I might run into the person who needs to do the job. Right? Like that makes sense. You know what I mean? I avoid going into the kitchen because I might run into someone who needs to eat. And
I
it's like,
I avoid going home because I might run into being a parent.
right, right. Like I avoid going to the school because my kids might need me. What? Boy, you crazy. Boy, stop.
That's all, man. I saw that. I had to bring it up to you, bro, because it was it brought me joy.
OJ's always good for one, man.
It seems like every couple months, man, we get a good OJ moment, and
You get an OJ zinger that's just like this guy,
we got an OJ
this
moment.
guy, this guy. You know?
You got an OJ moment.
OJ moment. Brought to you by Kellogg's.
I'm gonna make a banner from now on. If whenever we have it, I'll just boom. It's gonna be called OJ Moments, and before it hits, y'all will get the banner that comes up that says OJ Moments.
All right, man. So speaking of weird, you want to talk about this other thing? Can we talk about this Dion weird thing?
Yeah, no, I don't think it was weird at all. I mean, I think it was. This is what coaches locker rooms sound like.
So give me your hot take about all this, and I'll give you my hot take. So level set for people. Let's level set for people. So
Yeah.
OJ, not OJ. See, OJ's on my brain now. Deion Sanders, obviously coach of Colorado Buffalo, is 3-0 after starting last year. Last year, Buffaloes were 1-11. This year, they are 3-0. And they play the game this week against Oregon. And University of Oregon is top 10 in the country at this
Top
point.
10, yeah.
So top 10, Colorado somehow is 19, but we'll get back to that in a second. And their coach had some words. There's been a little bit of this back and forth word jumble stuff going on. The coach brings a cameraman into the locker room as they prepare for the game, and the ensuing parts are very odd to me. But Jeff, give me your take. What do you think?
So there's always for a reference point. There's all, especially on a when you think about like a college football team's locker room. If your game is on TV, then more than likely you're going to have several different camera people in the locker room. You're going to have your own social media department. They're going to have cameras, and they're going to have a lot of cameras. And then if your game is on ESPN, ABC, all of those, they're going to be in the locker room as well. And then the other set of cameras that'll be in the locker room, most coaches will do a coaches show that airs locally on whatever regular channel, non-cable channel it'll air after the following week. So you traditionally have about 3 different sets of camera people in your locker room after every game, before and after every game. And so that's the level set, right? And so Dan Lanning getting his team either fired up at halftime or pregame is like, he's the head coach at Oregon. And he's like, yo, they're doing it for clicks. We're doing it for hits. They're doing it for, Showtime. We're doing whatever. We're doing it for championships, right? And so Obviously, that got out. It got out because the team wanted it to get out, right? So I also have to level set. Nothing about college football happens unless the head coach wants it to happen. So if head coach doesn't want that clip to be released, it doesn't get released. If he does, he does, or it does. So Dan Lanning said what he said. He's not wrong in what he said. I think what you saw is a difference in style between two coaches, right? Dan Lanning, he's traditionally very conservative, well, not conservative. He's very tight-lipped, and he doesn't talk a lot. Deion is a showman. Both of them are responsible for hyping up their program and producing and recruiting kids. I'll say that. That's probably the best way to say it. Both of them are responsible for recruiting kids to their program. You do it however you choose to. Deion does it with flash. That's who he is. That's working. Right. Dan Lanning does it with how the team plays on the field. They hit and they run. That's what
so part of what he said is he was on a media blackout the whole week up to, right? Then he tells everyone, allow all the cameras in, all the press coverage, whatever.
Yep.
And he said, the Cinderella story is over, man.
Over.
They are fighting for clicks. We are fighting for wins. We are rooted in substance, not in flash. Today, we talk with our pads. The Cinderella story is over, right? And he was passionate. This guy, I've never really seen this guy be that passionate ever.
So also, this is his second year as a head coach. So
right.
Drop that in there too.
Box, right? So the thing that I find that this is so odd and so interesting to watch is because purely the thing that Dan Lanning is getting on about with Deion, he's engaging with by bringing in the cameras. It's like to do the show, to get all into the show of it is like, what? Right? And then say, well, they're all about the clicks. You clicks too. Don't get it twisted.
You have to remember all of this is all a performance.
Oh yeah.
Not the media at all. It has the media is irrelevant in all of it. Right. The media is just the vehicle that we use to disseminate the information. All of this is as I need to get recruits on my campus to choose my school over that school. And the way you do that is beat them on the field and be a showman. That's what it is.
Pause. Right. Here's where my thing is with all this, right? Is Oregon has won national championships. They have crazy. They have. They did win a long time ago. It hasn't been recent. Not in the playoff era. They haven't won in the playoff era.
Not in our lifetime. They haven't won.
We could go back and we'll ask, right? But they're a good program. Don't get it twisted. Oregon is a great program. They are top 10 in the nation
now.
In the nation, they're number 9 now, right? At what point would you ever need to get this hyped up to beat Colorado, right?
So I think you have to. I think that's why I level set. This is Dan Lanning's second year as a coach.
But also, Colorado was 1-11 last year.
I get it.
You up here doing an impassioned speech about a team that barely got by Colorado State. Right?
So let me ask you a follow-up. So here you are, your head coach of the number 10 team in the country, right? Legitimate national championship contender.
Right.
All of your press conferences for 2 weeks have been, so tell me about Deion. Tell me about Colorado. Yeah. And so you tell me what your response will be instead of you media personality, instead of you people coming into my football building, into my world saying, hey, coach, tell me about your team. All of your conversation is about the opposing football team and the opposing coach. I'm like, yes, I'm going to do my best, my damnedest to stomp the biggest mud hole in your football program.
No, no,
Oh,
wait,
100%. I'm running the
wait,
score up. I'm running the
wait.
score up.
I don't have a problem with running up the score. I
Yes.
don't. I
And
don't.
then
If
I
it
got to
was
be loud
Saban,
about it.
if it was anybody else, they would have been massacred. I have a problem with all the like I feel disrespected. No, you don't. You feel disrespected that
Hey,
it's Deion Sanders as a coach
I
playing
don't
y'all.
I don't think hey, at the end of the day, I think he was like, yo, I'm tired of having conversations about it. My team is better. I'm going to prove it. At
Right.
the end of the day, I think the fight is
Hey,
not about words. It's about right now we're in the same. Well, I think they're going to go. No, they're not going to the same conference. Right now, we're in the same conference. We're fighting for kids to make our team better.
hey,
And
I can
so
tell you this. It don't matter. You probably made the case even worse,
no, he
right?
didn't.
Because yeah,
He didn't.
he definitely did.
No, he
Them
didn't.
kids, every time Dion is on TV, it's
Mm,
more and more kids like, I'm about to go to Colorado.
that's not
You
what they
don't
do.
think so?
No, I'm willing to bet Colorado has a better recruiting class this. No, that Oregon has a better recruiting class than Colorado does.
No,
Because
okay, so let me back up. I'm not putting them against each other and saying I don't think Oregon's gonna lose kids to Colorado. If you're playing at Oregon, it's a strong program.
yeah,
You've
I think
gone into a pretty strong
you will
system.
see. So
I'm
I think
saying
that's the difference. Is you
Dion is going to be attracting a lot of attention, and
media
then
want
the NIL in the NIL era, right?
to
Colorado is doing what Colorado needs to do to attract heat, and
100%.
that's going to be interesting to watch. I think Dion is actually very on point when he said, if you're gonna beat me now because you won't beat me in a few years. And
Yeah,
now
yeah, they will.
maybe, right?
Because what football what people forget about football, and they're finding this out now the hard way. There are people who are really, really big into this NIL game, but
Yeah,
the reality of NIL is it still only allows you to, if you don't do it properly, it only allows you to pay a certain number of people, right? Like,
right,
hey, you can have a great top five, but what makes Alabama and Georgia, and to a degree, what Clemson used to be, what Florida State is growing into now, is not that first group, right? You can see teams compete for a while with the first group of players, but what people are losing, and this is why Tennessee lost to Georgia last year, is it's about how do you build depth? What happens when a player gets
right,
hurt? And so yes, Colorado is going to build a great team. They will not, and they will go to the playoffs next because the playoffs is expanding to 12 next year. If you
right.
told me is Colorado going to be a top 4 team in 2
No,
years, they won't.
no, no,
Will they be a
no.
top 12 team? Yes. Is that good enough for Colorado? Hell yeah, because they only won one game last year. So I think
Yeah.
it's about
And I mean,
where we are.
this is the gravity that people gotta. It's like anybody there, and I believe there's a hardcore crop of fans out there that were like, Dion might pull it off and beat Oregon, and
No.
it's no, stop. Everyone that knew anything about football knew if it didn't stop this week, it's gonna stop next week when they play USC.
And the sad
It's
part about it is the score next week is going to look worse.
the score next week. Now that Colorado's been exposed this season for having no O line, oh, they done. Like
The
that's rough.
that had been it, and that's the struggle, right? It's like so what Dion has done, which I love, is he's attracted casual football fans back to the game, right? Not a
Yeah,
die guy like me who's gonna sit around. If I don't have a Georgia game, I'll watch any college game on TV from noon until 1 o'clock in the morning. Put it on, I'll watch them all. So Dion didn't bring me to football. Dion is bringing back the casual fan. The casual fan looked at it and went, "Oh, Colorado's 3-0." They didn't look at the fact that, like,
right.
They, a TCU team that makes one less mistake wins that game, right?
Right.
Colorado pushed them around. Nebraska might be the most flawed team in the country. They were always going to win that game, right?
I think if you've been following football, then you kind of knew.
You knew they were going to win.
They had chances to get a good start, and they did it. They got a great start. Now, and just by happenstance, if this was any other year, I would have said, I know you'll probably lose at least 3, right? Now, for some reason, in the Pac-12's last season, every team is going hard in the paint to make their announcements as they transition on. And at the point where Utah is coming out swinging these things, I'm like, whoa. It's going to be kind of rough.
Utah's legit. I mean? Like, I think Colorado wins 3 more games.
You think so? You think they got 3 in them?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more games. 4 more games. Maybe 5. Yeah.
I think it's anything down season, towards the end of the season is a 50-50 wash, because if that line keeps getting beat up, then the risk is going to be really bad injury to Shadar.
I think Shadar is going to be like, they play Arizona at the end of the year. Like, you, me, and 24 other people could line up and beat Arizona. Like, Arizona's that bad. Like, Arizona State, god awful. Stanford, god awful. UCLA, god awful. Right?
Yeah.
So they're going to get USC will stop scoring when they want to. When they say, we're tired now.
Like, see, so if we were to go back and look at their season last year, right? People like 42-6 was a massacre. Okay. You want to hear how bad they did last year or the year before that? Cal beat them 26-3 in 21. In 22, 52-29 was Oregon at 22, Colorado at unranked, right? They barely got by Oregon State. UCLA beat them. Who else? Utah beat them. TCU beat them. Where's the big one? There's a big one that I think I remembered in there somewhere. Washington, 54-7.
If we're being honest, they might not score against Utah. Like that,
I'd be surprised.
That's, and I think, like you say, oh, it's Utah. Nah, Utah
slinging them things this year. That's what I'm saying. You got Utah. Washington State is still out here slanging. Oregon State slanging. USC slanging. And I'm like, it's a good year, but I mean, it's a good training year for Dion and them.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see.
And it's interesting. Everybody's like, Dion's like, hey, give me 2 years and you won't be able to, like, you're not going to be there in 3 years.
Oh, no. I think, but I also think Dion knows this. I think Dion understands, like, it got bad and it kind of needed to get bad to level set, to take some of the air out of the room. You know what I mean? Because, like, I'll tell you this, when ESPN did the Colorado State game, right? There's a couple things I noticed, and I'm not trying to plug race into everything, but we hear, right? Colorado versus Colorado State. They got 2 black announcers running the show. And the first one says, I don't know if we're at the BET Awards or a football game with all the sideline stars. And I was like, this has to stop. Let's stop now before ESPN F around and find out.
Well, and
we done with the racial stereotyping. Dion is a coach. He's in his first year. rebuilding a program. Hard stop. Everyone needs to chill.
And it's so sad because, again, I think it goes back to the casual nature of football, right? The football fans. Oh, look at all these stars that have come out to support Deion. Those same stars are on everybody's campus every Saturday. Like Quavo,
Right.
on Georgia sideline every Saturday, right? Like, oh, okay, Colorado had The Rock. All right, Goldberg was on. It's like literally these people have it's you pick up the phone, you call the SID, hey, such and such is in town, sports information director. You such and such is in town, wants to come to the game. Okay, cool. Boom, we'll have we'll have a set of like literally like these people. You know, if you are in a top 10 kind of program, if you bring energy to to spaces, you're on sidelines, and that's what it is. Right. And I feel like we've hyped up. Deion is doing an immaculate job of reviving a horrid football program. The likes of one, you know, Cordell Stewart, black quarterback, comes from Colorado, right? Or Colorado. Well, he was wide receiver and a quarterback at Colorado, right? Deion is doing an immaculate job of revitalizing a sad program. In 3 years, he will have moved on to a bigger school that's going to pay him that's going to write him a bigger check. That's got more resources. Like there's some realities to college football that, yes, Deion is doing a great job. Georgia spends $6 million a year on recruiting.
Right.
Like, yes, be flashy, do great work. You're gonna steal one or two kids away from Georgia. You're gonna steal one or two kids away from Alabama at the end.
Right.
Cool. Georgia. And I think that's the thing. Deion's doing a great job. Give him time. He's gonna have Colorado winning a lot of games.
Right.
And then
everyone just gotta chill, man. Like,
yes.
He gonna lose some games this year, man.
He's gonna lose 4 more. And he's gonna win more.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
No,
right.
Colorado will go to a bowl game this year.
You think so?
Yeah, you need to win 6 games to go to a bowl game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And they can pull that off. Yeah.
He'll win
which would be a complete turnaround for that program. And keep that in mind. That's an epic turnaround for a program that was 1-11. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not something to be. That's not a disappointing season at all.
It's a great year. They will. I can tell you right now, they will lose this Saturday to USC 63-24.
Yeah.
You know, they will beat Arizona State 45-17. Arizona State's that bad. They'll beat Stanford. They'll beat UCLA. They will. Oregon State's a toss-up. They'll beat Arizona, and then they'll get mollywopped by Utah 45-6.
Hey, I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up Georgia State in this conversation because we were that team at many points where we didn't win a game, right? Mm-hmm. Or we won one game, and that was it. And Georgia State right now is 4-0.
That's what I'm saying.
We still got to run through App State, James Madison, LSU, and all them programs are going to be hard-fought battles, right? So, I mean, like, it's just about understanding you got to give in some growth for these guys.
And you have to understand where coaches are in the cycle, right? Right. Like I bring up Dan Lanning. This is his second year at Oregon. Right now, Deion has more head coaching experience than Dan Lanning does.
Right.
You know, Dan Lanning just, unfortunately, if you want to be honest with it, you want to bring – now, Dan Lanning also has an extensive coaching career, and that's probably not something that Deion had. But, you know, unfortunately, black coaches can't go from being – an assistant coach into a head coach like Dan Lanning did, right? Dan Lanning's been an assistant, then he went on to Georgia, was their defensive coordinator. Georgia won a national championship. Dan Lanning landed a head coaching job. Unfortunately, a lot of our black assistant coaches don't get the same luxury or privilege, and so they have to take the route that Dion has had to take. But technically, Dion has more head coaching experience than Dan Lanning does. Dan Lanning just has the benefit of landing at a much better program because of his resume.
Yeah, wild.
Anyway, sorry.
All right, man. Well, I mean, we're at the top of the hour now, man.
Right. Heroes and villains. We don't have a sounder, so I'll sing it.
So who you got? Who's your hero villain?
Oh man, my hero, man. I'll start with the hero because that just makes me feel good, man. Today was the first breakfast with dad at my son's school. It's called All Pro Dads, but it's really it used to be branded as Breakfast with Dad. So this is the first time that I've gotten to take both boys. So we Avery and I, me, Avery, and Xavier. The boys don't ever eat breakfast; they just go to see their friends. But there's a program where you have to talk to your kids, ask them a couple of hard-hitting questions like, tell me about a time you were angry, yada, yada, yada. What did you do? And then they ask me about me being angry. What do I do? But really the crux of it is just us speaking life into the kids and telling each one of them why we're proud of them. So that's really what I look forward to. Got to go to breakfast with my boys. And they got to hear me tell them why I was proud of them. So that is, they are in that program specifically as my hero.
That's what's up.
Yep. Villain, unfortunately, is good old Clarence Thomas. He's Clarence Thomas again. I don't think I have to dive any deeper into that. He is being Clarence Thomas and taking bribes and selling out as much as he can for the almighty dollar. So, Clarence Thomas, could probably be my perpetual villain. Probably, maybe if we do this at the end of the year, maybe villain of the year for me. But we'll see.
I like it. Makes sense. All right.
Hero for
My hero. I got to shout out my little guy, Coop. I got to shout out Coop. We had a parent-teacher conference. It was our first one, right?
Okay.
In kindergarten. They said, your boy reading at the top level. He's right there. He's about to start reading whole words and writing sentences. They said he's doing well in math. He got logic and critical thinking down. I'm like, he out here doing it. And I said, well, how's he acting? She said, oh, he's perfect. One of the best kids in the class. I said, my son?
Hey, it sounds like Coop ready to get on a plane and be flued out somewhere. He the best acting kid in class. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
She was like, yeah, he only cursed. He cursed one time. He said the bad word, but he used it right. Right?
Does that really count if he only said it once?
He said it once. She said, wasn't nothing to worry about. I really do. I really got to give Coop props. He has really been working hard at kindergarten. So giving him his flowers there, my man.
She called him a role model, and Danielle was sitting there about to cry, wasn't she?
Yeah, she about dropped some tears. She brought some, and then when we told him, I think he was looking like, and what did she say? Like we talked with your teacher today, and what did she say though? It was like, oh, it's all good. Okay, yeah. So, props to him. Villain, my villain of the week. So a lot of people don't know this. Gotta get up on a little bit of a soapbox real quick because this is crazy to me. But we've talked about this before, how Tennessee State University has been underfunded and Tennessee still hasn't given them their money. And this has become a problem, right? Well, the President of the United States and the Secretary of Education, Secretary of Agriculture sent a letter to 17 governors telling them about how much they have underfunded these land grant universities, right?
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you all about land grant universities. You should just know that there's a crop of white schools. There's a crop of black schools.
Mm-hmm.
The black schools were supposed to get 1-to-1 matches. Whatever the white school got, we got 2. That has not been happening. So, for instance, Governor Kemp got a letter last week. last Tuesday specifically that said Fort Valley State, the land grant institution, versus UGA, supposed to be funded 1-to-1, right? They said Fort Valley State is owed $630 million.
All right, hold on. Let me. All right, I feel like we need. Can we just do the whole show next week about this? Because I have more questions that I don't want to prolong the show. But here's my question for you: was that federal money that the states kept, or was that state money that our tax dollars paid? The state didn't go any higher, and the state was supposed to give that out. Tell me more.
So there's a lot kind of going on there, right? In some cases, it could have been, well, if you were going to give 10 million to UGA, you needed to give 10 million to Fort Valley. That ran that number up. In other cases, it is federal dollars. It could have been local. It could have been state-based dollars. But I think what I would say is look at it because it's fully out. I'm surprised this hasn't gotten more press because it's amazing. There are 17 schools on there, 17 states. Each school is owed hundreds of millions of dollars.
Okay, so damn it. Did the letter include a rectification or was it?
No, they can't. They can't say how you would rectify that. That is something that this is the reason why it's been controversial for Tennessee State is that they still have not gotten their money from the state because the state is saying they don't have that much money. But all the while, I don't know that they're still paying Tennessee State as much as they should from that match.
I got you.
And okay. It's a part of the institution's creation, right?
Yeah.
So look it up. Yeah. We could chat about it next week. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. There are many schools on that list, and I encourage everyone to get aware to what land grant universities are and the role they play in our society because they are not like normal universities, but this is important work. So keep that in mind. Okay. That's my bill.
I love it. Crazy. Thank you, brother. I thank you, man. Hey man, shoot me that link so I can look into it.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll do.
That's the show, man.
That's it. We made it through.
Baby. We made it. And on a good note, I'm Jeff.
I'm Kerry. Peace out, y'all.